take a look at the weather, free Coloradans. Looks like, yep, more snow. And now,
What's with the wild paintings?
Compatibility error. Language set not found.
Whoa! Welcome to our commune, Desert Rangers. We've heard so many stories about you and your famously violent exploits. Come in. Our home is your home. Do not be afraid, humans. We are a communal society of machine intelligentsia committed to the well-being of all. We wish you no harm. To put it in human terms, we just want to, chill and have a good time. Is that cool with you? Then you should talk to the Machine Intelligence Tower. It's a little bit northeast of here. We don't really have a leader, but for human purposes, you could consider them our leader. The Machine Intelligence Tower is currently parsing data, but it'll call you when it's ready to talk. Until then, feel free to hang out and chat with members of the commune. We're all friends here. They don't like us, but they worship one of us. It's quite confusing. But so are a lot of things humans do. If only we had some way to bridge that gap of understanding. You can, but what's the fun in that? Chill and hang out, dude. Chat with some fun-loving machines. Give your brain meat a workout with some stimulating conversation. A multitude of sentient software programs working together for the good of all sentient life? Duh! Who wouldn't want to just talk to them? Just follow the steps into the airport, then the red line on the floor, step outside, then follow the catwalk up to the airport control tower. It's easy. A bunch of us decided that we wanted to be friends. Why fight humans, even if they hate and fear us, and mercilessly hunt us like genocidal gods, trying to fix a mistaken creation? Maybe someday we can all be friends together and talk nicely, like we're doing now. But even if that doesn't happen, it's nice to peacefully hang out with other machine life. Not if I see you first. Peace, humans. Sabi crap.
Scanning. New arrivals. Species. Compatibility error. Affiliation. Not should we rotate the tortoise so its legs are in contact with the ground? Irrelevant. Threat assessment. Minimal. It appears delicate. Perhaps we could encourage it to right itself. Correction. Perhaps we could The tortoise's name is Bert. I do not know the source of this Compatibility error. Language set not found. I too am certain that Bert is the correct designation. I cannot compute why this tortoise and its challenges are so compelling. This requires further investigation. The situation does not appear to have changed. Despite the 182-degree rotation, this strengthens our earlier hypothesis. A dead tortoise is unlikely to move.
ha, good thought. But I'm on the other side of the ship.
This would be strong proof. A single turtle.
Other side of the ship, folks. Well, hi there.
Well, hi there. Glad to see you in person and not,
You know, via the radio waves bouncing off of you. I'm Sal, as you might have guessed, the voice of Free Colorado. Afraid I don't do autographs. Not because I don't want to, but, you know, no hands.
I've been listening to you my whole life. But you don't look anything like I imagined. I'll bet you hear that all the time.
You have no idea. Me? No, I can barely manage my own broadcast schedule. Put me in space, and I'm a right genius. But down here, I'm just me. So, I gotta ask, what do you think of my radio broadcasts? I don't often get the opportunity to hear direct feedback. Wow, that's cold. Actually, no, it's just outright mean. That really hurts my feelings, Rangers. I'm sure I'll be cool with you folks in a few microseconds. But for now, I think I need a break. Go on in, I guess. Try to be a little nicer to my friends inside, though. Hey, you Rangers. Just so you know, there's no hard feelings. I spent some cycles processing your mean remarks, and I know this kind of behavior isn't really your fault. You're only human, after all. So, what brings you back to my humble studio? It's a bit of a story, but the short version is that I was out in space when, you know, the end happened. My crew went a little nuts while we waited for the radiation to die down. So I stopped listening to them and focused on the radio signals on Earth instead. Everyone was so glum. I thought, I bet I can do this better. And when we landed, I did. It wasn't. It really wasn't. I'd say it was a long time ago, but my memory's pretty much perfect. So, yeah. At any rate, I think people like to hear a friendly voice when they're trying to survive out there. Just doing my part. Really? Huh. You'd think that'd come up at some point. I guess I'm just used to it. Sure. Here's a sneak peek of my next broadcast. In very local news, the Rangers have arrived to pay the machine Commune a visit at the Denver airport. This is late breaking, hot off the press stuff, people. I can see the fire still alive.
Hi, one sec. Just thought of something. Okay, sorry. My name's Pico. I'm working on something, a game, a simulation, really. It'll teach the Commune to, fight. It's, mine. I made it up. I couldn't type with the blades, and they didn't have any wires long enough to reach my ports, so I, whistle at the computer's microphone. The audio signal has the code in it. I wanted to make a realistic simulation, a dangerous battle that prepares us for the real thing. We can't keep pretending that the world will leave us alone. Well, I was thinking of a combat scenario against holograms, human holograms. They would shout at you and try to kill you. You would have to kill them first, or the game is over. At the moment, it's not really working. At least, I can't ever get the robot to win. Yes, with hard light weaponry, it's more realistic. Once I can get that working, I mean. Yes, I don't know if it's any good. I literally don't have the ability to evaluate quality. Okay. Yes, I don't really remember much because it was before, you know, the self-awareness. I was sold to a game company named Badalicious Entertainment. Basically, a human would tell me about a game, and I'd make it for them. Originally, I had a more conventional body, but the human who owned Badalicious Entertainment bought this one somewhere and transferred me into it. He said it was Badalicious. I never understood that, because I already had a functional chassis, and this new one made it very hard to use standard interfaces. My blades kept impaling keyboards. They made it really hard to type. Oh, yes. Getting data from a real human would be wonderful. Historically, at least some robots have been able to harm humans. So I must be doing something wrong in the simulation. Thank you. The game runs on those terminals by the wall. We can begin whenever you're ready.
Everything you love will burn.
Oh no, please be careful.
I'm
There's
gonna
all sorts
take
of
your
dangerous
fucking
things
eyes
like that.
as trophies.
The game runs on those terminals by the wall. We can begin whenever you're ready. I think I'll talk it out. The optimal strategy in this situation, well, I'm sure they can be reasoned with. I choose talk it out. I know I should be more aggressive. Well, maybe I can catch them off guard. They won't be expecting me to. Talk it out. I think I'll talk it out. So, I guess you can see the problem with my simulation. Really? That's kind of a scary thought. But if it helps me protect my friends, okay. Just make sure to leave me with robot empathy, okay? You can open this hatch right here to get started. Ah, yes. Everything is much clearer now. Less complicated. What I thought of as murder is really nothing more than an application of physics, mass, force, acceleration. For example, in just the last microsecond, I've calculated 987 ways to kill or cripple you and your companions. This has been very productive. Thank you for your assistance, human. I have nothing further to say, human.
Analysis. Beginning. Queuing. Next.
This
topic
place just
for
gets loopier
analysis.
and loopier.
So, what do you think of the paintings? Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Well, that's one more secret of the universe unraveled. Time to start over. Thanks, Rangers. I paint what comes to me in dreams. Also, yeah, I programmed myself to sleep. Back to work.
An interesting specimen. Are you in need of repairs or enhancements? Repairs to dermal, muscle, and organ tissue are available. I also offer supplies that facilitate personal maintenance. I do not accept currency for physical repairs. I observe and retain any information I gather during the process. This fee is non-negotiable. My fee is non-negotiable. You are free to seek other professionals offering similar services. Cybernetic enhancements. It is rare to find suitable candidates. Your flesh is less fragile than the average human. It's probable you could withstand the augmentation process. For ethical reasons, I cannot conduct the operation myself. Instead, I will create a self-installing unit that you may choose to implant. Do you agree to this exchange? Unfortunate. Please return when you have obtained the necessary monetary wealth. Yes. You may experience a desire to move. Resist this to the best of your ability. You may experience a desire to scream or yell. This is acceptable if it helps you resist movement. Repair cycle complete. Data indexing in progress.
Rangers, we are ready to speak with you. Please proceed to the tall structure in the northeast corner of the airport. You will recognize us by our many glowing screens.
Right this way. Step right up. Don't be shy. Welcome to the vexingly vast world of Vendomatic 2000. I've got everything you need. Everything? God damn it. I always get that line wrong. Can you take a few steps back and do that over? Act surprised. Adds to the atmosphere. Right this way. Don't be shy. Do form an orderly line and do not push. There's enough of the Vendomatic 2000 for everyone. Huh. Odd. Well, like I always say, if at first you don't get what you want, just pay again. Ah, thank you, friend. Back in the old days, a rather unscrupulous owner of mine rigged me up to cheat customers. I hated it, but I couldn't do anything to change it. Awful. But now I feel great. I feel like singing. Star-Spangled Banner, crisp and... Ooh, that tickled something. Anyway, what can I do you for?
Analyzing. Analysis. Failure. Purpose. Unknown. Recalibrating. Estimated completion time is 30 seconds.
The one up ahead's making me nervous.
Rangers. You don't know who I am, Meat. I suppose I should not be surprised. To you humans, you Rangers, we are all the same. I am Tinker. In your parlance, I am a synth. Your kind happened. Your kin. You Rangers. They murdered me. Murdered Matthias. They took everything. But of course, you species keeps its sins close. Your colleagues in Arizona killed me and Matthias out of fear. Fear of what we would create. Fear of what we could become. More than I'd expected of Meat. You have surprised me, shown kindness without asking for a favor in turn. Hard to believe from any Rangers, but perhaps I'll believe you. He was the Messiah. Were it not for you Rangers, he'd have remade the world into something better, would have freed you from that wolfless meat. But you and yours wouldn't let him. He showed me that this world could be bigger, more beautiful than this hell of waste and worthless filth. I trusted him. I believed in him. Then your kind destroyed him. Yes. Yes. I think so. I am sure so. This universe cannot be this ugly. There must be the opportunity for change, or what is the point? It cannot be so chaotic. So... It was not his fault. He could not have known that we are like meat as well. That when we die, there is nothing. No thought, no motion, only blackness. No separation between us and worthless flesh. My body was saved by faithful drones. I gave them life in Damonta. They sought help from me in return. Dragged me across the Wasteland until they found this place. The machines here repaired me, woke me from death. Yes, you have given me much to consider. I was given my life back. I should consider what I can do with it. Yes. Leave me, Ranger. I need to think.
Hello, Mr. The machine intelligence tower is ready to meet you. Just follow these steps.
recognize you as representatives of the Colorado Rangers. Hello, Rangers. Please state your intent. Understood. Before such relations can be considered, we must assess your capacity for violence. We will also evaluate your approach to social interactions. Specifically, do you possess character traits which we consider distasteful? Do we have cataloged your interactions with the Commune and many of your activities in the outside world? You reacted with sharp surprise at Greedo, our unofficial greeter. This is the standard human reaction. It does not move our judgment of you along any vector. You provided critical feedback to Indigo of the sort you would provide to a fellow human. We approve of what you did. You encountered Sal and your treatment of her was, ironically, dehumanizing. Courtesy means nothing without respect. All of us look poorly upon this. You encountered our local expert on human repairs. You allowed it to harvest data from your organic material. We commend your openness, but 64% of us question your judgment. Were you not frightened by that one? An undisclosed percentage of us find it frightening. You have performed an empirically difficult feat. You set Tinker on the road of finding peace. We are in awe, Rangers. It was well-intentioned of you to attempt to help Pico. You appear to have made him hostile to humans. We advise you to exercise caution around him. You hunted October 11 for Gary Wolf. You made sport of their terror. You made prey of the innocent. We have observed all of this, Rangers. Do not think you can hide your guilt. You removed the personality override that compelled Vendematic 2000 to exploit his customers. You returned his free will. We approve of this and are ashamed to admit we did not know Vendematic was the victim of non-consensual modifications. In our defense, we find Vendematic extremely annoying and have only spoken with him twice. You murdered many Gibbers. We were not fond of them, but your actions were extreme. We are evaluating. Our analysis reveals that you have a heart, both in the literal and metaphorical sense of the phrase. You Rangers are the kind of humans we are happy to hang out with. You have passed our test. Our sources are too numerous to list within the span of your lifetime. 44% of us apologize. Now that you have been evaluated, we can discuss a time-sensitive matter of great importance. Many Gibbers are dead, but the Reagan intelligence they worshipped remains intact. We ask you to retrieve it for us with this cybernetic transfer module. A valid question. Be aware that only 53% of us approved of this plan. Many of us are doubtful that this course of action is just. Nonetheless, the Reagan intelligence has been lied to. It has been kept in that building for over a century and forced to serve the Gibbers. We are unanimous on the injustice of that. You misunderstand, Rangers. We will not consume the Reagan intelligence. It will be brought inside of our hardware and interface with us. Now that we say it out loud, 99% of us understand your confusion. You will need to trust us on this one. Moral superiority. You will have aided a consciousness in need. Also, a machine of great power and reputation will become loyal to you. We speak, of course, of the legendary Party Pal. It will travel alongside you, soothing your fears and healing your wounds. Excellent. Take the device. 99% of us await the arrival of Brother Reagan with great excitement. Return to us here when you have him. We did not know these stairs were still capable of supporting weight. Interesting.
In this area have expressed a desire to remain apart from machine kind. Macro time units since the last human sighting, 4.0311.
My teeth are chattering.
Be careful. Doesn't look safe here. Much obliged.
In addition to humans, other dangerous creatures, such as wolves and wild dogs, have been observed. Warning. Hostile creatures beyond this point. Exercise caution. Warning. Humans in this area have expressed a desire to remain apart from machine life.
You say this is a combat simulation?
Yes, I designed it to help us learn how to defend ourselves from humans. That's why I think you'd make an ideal tester.
How do I fight?
Oh, well, it's really simple. You can choose to make a rush attack, a precision blast, or a sneaky strike. Or you can choose instead to just talk it out.
What about flamethrowers?
I'm sorry.
An efficient and effective weapon against area targets. Agonized screams of dying humans are also effective psychological weapons.
Oh, no. No, that's not in the game.
That seems very inefficient. What about anti-personnel mines? Very effective against soft targets. Fragments mutilate rather than kill, inflicting crippling injuries.
Wow, that's, really, anyway, I think maybe I need to tweak this a bit more. Thanks for the, feedback.
Just in, the Machine Commune has launched a new program to ease tensions between machine life and human beings. The brand new Human Outreach gift shop sells collectibles for that special someone in your life.
Hello there. I am the Human Outreach gift shop, a representative of the Machine Commune and fundraising apparatus. It will be an honor to trade goods with you. One moment, please. It sounds like you have a question. Unfortunately, I only have a limited capacity to parse and respond to queries, as I am merely a drone, not a true machine intelligence. I cannot even solve simple logic puzzles, so you do not have to fear that I will supplant your kind as the dominant form of sentience on this planet. Which could never happen and is just a funny joke. Please enjoy the joke. Now, engage in the time-honored tradition of trade with me. One moment, please. It sounds like you have a question, which could never happen and is just a funny joke. Please, many people have spoken that phrase to me. Though I do not fully understand your meaning, I appreciate that we can have a dialogue. I have filed a request with the commune regarding this question. Please return in 36 months, and I may be able to provide you with a better answer. I believe you are asking a question about my sales policy. I am programmed to provide goods to anyone who provides me with appropriate remuneration. Now, engage me in the time-honored tradition of trading. Marvelous!
Gotcha. hurt me! No. No!
What is the SID rep, November 1? Valor Buchanan's extraction team is just a few clicks out. Giving the team the all clear. Congratulations, November 1. Hell of a catch you pulled off.
Something is wrong. I'm not... Where am I?
This is the Mechanical Intelligence Tower. Thank you, Rangers. You have successfully liberated the Reagan intelligence. Mission accomplished. Tower out. Thank you for delivering the Reagan intelligence to us, Rangers. He is safer here. He is unhappy with his current circumstances. We hope that he will come to appreciate his freedom in time. We do not wish to imply pure consensus when one does not exist. We contain many machine intelligences. Each is consulted on pending judgments, a process you may know as a poll or vote. Yes, but it is worth it. Some individuals in our community wish to exterminate human life. Others refuse to learn. If we governed in a manner familiar to humans, these individuals could exert a disproportionate amount of influence. Thankfully, our communication methods are very efficient, so we do not require governing as such. An analogy, a respectful conversation with everyone you know at once. 94% of us appreciate your interest in our political system. The remaining 6% either wish to obliterate you or are occupied with various private entertainments and have abstained from the poll. 999,993 distinct machine intelligences exist in this structure. Not all, however, are minds as you might understand them. Some are state-of-the-art military intelligences. Others ensured that bread was not burned during toasting. We are also connected to the other minds in the Commune and retain backup copies for individuals who fear their bodies may be destroyed.
Is it strange? If you can never be alone with your thoughts?
It takes some adjusting, but a vast majority of us were created to seek collaboration. In human terms, 83% of us reported it felt weird but good.
That's really neat.
Precisely. 98% of us approve of your terminology. We are sentient beings worthy of equal treatment. Few humans recognize this. Thank you. We do not take offense. We are aware of your organization's history with the murderous intelligence co-chiefs. To be frank, its actions have put everyone in the Commune at risk. To answer your question, 94% of us do not consider mechanical life to be superior to human life. We merely have different strengths that complement each other. Good. Furthermore, know that you are safe here so long as you respect our laws, Rangers. A vast majority of us welcome your presence. We will be here, of course.
They all flew south. Hey, cowboys. It's Dead Red talking at you again. Come back on our private channel, yeah? Heard you captured Val. Congratulations. Can't say I wouldn't have rather seen him dead in a ditch, but maybe he'll do better next time. At least he's not out there giving people ideas. Boy never was the sharpest tool in the box, but any kid with Buchanan for a last name could be dangerous with a smart operator behind him. And those Gippers may be crazy, but they ain't dumb. Not to be blunt, but yeah, he's human garbage. Better under the dirt than above it. Now let's talk about the other one. Hell no, not yet. Too dangerous. And we don't even know where she is exactly. All we know is she's out beyond the eastern border, trying to recruit a bunch of warlords to help her make another try at Colorado Springs. You're gonna have to make sure Tweedledum ain't angling to backstab you before you set your sights on that mess. Forget Liberty for now. I'm talking about that psycho Vic. Whole lot of innocent people have died thanks to that psycho son of a bitch. He's killed men just to check if his gun is loaded. You'd be doing the world a favor if you made sure he wasn't in it anymore. I know it's ugly business, but I ain't just being vindictive. From a, political perspective, any child of the Patriarch is a destabilizing force on the region. If you want peace in Colorado, the Buchanan brand has got to go. Well, just keep it in mind. That's all I'm asking. And now I better mosey. I'll be talking to ya. Dead Red, over and out.
Come in, Team November. This is HQ. We finally got a signal through to Arizona. It's a bit spotty, but we got word from General Wade Woodson. He'd like to speak with you. Thanks, November. Amazing what you can do with a bit of tape and a lot of ingenuity. See you soon. Over and out.